ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे बभूगिनां हृदये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपारकरुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। परित्यज्य मूलं वृक्षादस्थितिं च व्रजन् भारतस्य प्रदेशात् प्रदेशं ऋतुस्सिन्धिवाचा जनान् धर्ममार्गेण यन् श्रीजयेन्द्रो गुरुर्बाधिचित्ते मामः शङ्करान् वाक्यविजयेन्द्रसरस्वती श्रीगुरुं तिष्ठमार्गानुनेतारं सन्मतिप्रदं सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। So in Bhagavad Gita, we are currently looking at Sankhya Yoga. In Sankhya Yoga, Bhagavan has talked about Atma Jnana Vishayam, which is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, etc. But for that Atma Jnanam to give us phalam, we need to have Chitta Shuddhi. And for that Chitta Shuddhi, it is very, 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 very important to have a peaceful mind. Chitta Shuddhi gives you a peaceful mind, and the peaceful mind, only in a peaceful mind, Atma Jnanam will give us phalam. Ragadvesha vimuktayistu vishayana indriyaischaran atmavashyai vidheyatma prasadam adhigacchati prasade sarvadukkaram hanirasyopajayate prasanna chetasa hyashu buddhi paryavatishthate nasti buddhirayuktasya nachayuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutassukham indriyanam icharata yen manaha anuvidhiyate tasya harati prajnam vayurnavam ivambasi. Krishna gives an example of a boat. If the boat is not controlled, if the boat is not controlled in an ocean, then that boat or that catamaran will be taken away by the winds, and that will never reach its goal. In the same way, our mind, our indriyas, if these are not regulated, our mind and our indriyas are not regulated. If the indriyas are not regulated by our mind, then in the same way, the mind will not be controlled. You will not reach your goal, which is the Sham, says Krishna. Shloka number 68. Tasmadyasya Mahabahu Nigrihitani Sarvashaha Indriyani Indriyarthebhyaha Tasya Prajna Pratisthita. Hey Arjuna, in the same way. In which way? Just like how an uncontrolled boat will be taken away by the winds. Means what? A controlled boat will reach its goal. We have to supply that. So here Krishna says Tasmat, in the same way, Arjuna, for those people whose indriyas are free from the Vishaya Sukhas, for those people whose indriyas are free from the Vishaya Sukhas, for him, tasya prajna pratishtita, for him the knowledge is established. So we have to be very, very careful here. Here Krishna uses the word indriyartebhyaha nigrihitani sarvashah. So the word nigrihitani means free. But we have to be very careful. that at no point of time our indriyas will be free from Vishaya Sukhas. What are indriyas? What are Vishaya Sukhas? We have to understand. Indriyams means our sense organs. Vishaya Sukhas means the sense objects. Our eye is an indriya. Vision is the sense object. Our ears are indriya. Sound is the sense object. Our nose is the indriya. Smell is the sense object. So if we think about it, at no point of time our indriyas will ever be free of Vishayas. You can close your eyes. Even if you close your eyes, what happens during sleep? Your physical eyes are closed, but you still can see things. Your ears and all you cannot even close. At least eyes you can close. Your ears, nose, you cannot close. Your tongue, you can close your mouth, but your tongue you cannot shut off. Your skin you can never shut off. So because these things can never be shut off, the true nigrihita will never be possible. You cannot completely shut off your indriyas. So what does Krishna say? What does he mean when he says Tasmadyasya Mahabhagaha Nigrihitani Sarvashaha? He says, you cannot be addicted towards your indriyas. If a person is not addicted towards indriyas, it means that he has freed his indriyas from Vishaya Sukhas. What Krishna says here is not a physical detachment of indriyas from Vishaya. That is never possible. What he says here is a notional detachment. Whether this thing is present or not, I do not care. Whether this food is present or not, whether air conditioning is present or not, I don't care. That is what he means by Nigrihitani. Tasmad yasya maga bhagaha Nigrihitani sarvashaha Indriyani indriyarthebhyaha Tasya prajna pratisthita. Next shloka. In coming shlokas, Krishna is praising such sthita prajna. Because all these things are sthita prajna lakshana. Previously we saw, the question that Arjuna asked, sthita prajnasya kabasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadhihi kim prabhasheta kimasita vrajeta kim was the question of Arjuna in shloka number 54. Krishna is actually explaining the features of sthita prajna. So we are slowly nearing the end of the second chapter. So these coming shlokas are like Palashruti. Yanisha sarva bhutana tasyam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sanisha pashyato muni. I can say that it is a very funny shloka because here Yanisham sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. Sanyami, samyama, regulated. First shloka, first line. Sanyami, last word. Samyami, sanyami is there. Sanyami means, yama means to regulate. Samyama, samyak yama. He is regulating, samyak means very nicely. Samyami. Tyagaha, santyagaha. All these things are there. So for a person who has regulated his indriyas, he works night shift. That's what here Krishna says. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati. Nisha means night. Jagrati means to wake up. Ya sarva bhutanam ya nisha. For all other beings, which is night. For all other beings, which is night. Nisha. For an indriya, for a person, for a sthita prajna, he will be active. For a sthita prajna, for him, that is the day. For all other people, that is night. But for a sthita prajna, it is day for him. Yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato bhune. For all other beings, which is day, for the sthita prajna, that is night. A person who works in IT company, night shift. For all other people, which is night, everybody will be sleeping. This night shift person will be waking up. For all other people, which is day, everybody will be waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning. This person goes to bed at 6 a.m. Is that what Krishna means? But this is a very loaded shloka. In Bhagavad Gita, in fact, in the entire Mahabharata, there are a set of shlokas called as Granthi shlokas. I hope we all know how Bhagavad Gita was written. Vedavyasa wanted to write a Maha Itihasa. If you compare Ramayana and Bhagavad Gita is certainly bigger. It has got close to about 1 lakh shlokas. He needed a scribe. Who was the scribe in writing Bhagavad Gita? It was Ganesha, Mahaganapati. So Vedavyasa asked Mahaganapati to write the Mahabharata. Vedavyasa will be dictating, Mahaganapati will be writing. Mahaganapati said, hey, Vyasa, I will write, I agree to be the scribe, but on one condition. What is that condition? You should not stop. Mahabharata is about 1 lakh shloka. You start in the first shloka, Shuklam Baradaram, you start. Till the end, you should not stop. You should not have pause in between. It should be continuously flowing because I am a very busy person. Said Mahaganapati. Vedavyasa thought, hey, at least Ramayana is 24,000 shlokas. It is a little bit simpler. Mahabharata is 1 lakh shlokas. We never know when the story is going to come, when the story is going to end. Ramayana is like a linear shloka, linear this thing. This person will come, he will finish his job, he will go. After that, this person will never come. Like Vishwamitra. Vishwamitra came during Balakanda. He took Rama to the forest. He was there up until Rama's marriage. And then even in Rama's marriage, Vishwamitra will not be there, he will go. And then again, Vishwamitra will never come. It is like a very linear, this thing, no complex flashbacks, no this person's point of view, that person's point of view, and all in Ramayana will not be there. Mahabharata is exactly opposite. Whatever literary complications we can imagine, all those complications will be there. Same story will come 5 times. In Tamil, there will be a movie. There was a movie, I think, Virumandin. The same story from 3 different people point of view, they will show. And in another movie, 12B, the same story, they will tell, okay, if that person has caught the bus, this will happen. If that person did not catch the bus, this will happen. So in the same way, Mahabharata will be full of stories like that. Same story will come from 3 or 4 different persons' point of view. There will be one story within another story, within another story, within another story, within another story. 2 persons will speak, they will speak about that person, third person. The third person, he will speak about the fourth person. So it will go endlessly. So Vyasa has to remember all those things, right? So Vyasa was thinking, okay, how can I do that? So Vyasa said, hey, Ganesha, I will give you a condition. Just like how you gave me a condition, I accepted. Now I will also give you a condition. You also have to accept. Ganesha said, okay, what is your condition? you should not write any shloka which you don't understand. You should not write any shloka which you don't understand. No, understanding shloka should not be possible. I mean, should not be difficult, right? If I understand the language, then I can understand the shloka. But the condition was not that. You have to really get the meaning of that shloka. Only if you accept to that, I accept your condition. Mahaganesha said, okay. That is why in Bhagavad Gita, in Mahabharata, there will be shlokas like this. For all others, it is night. For this person, this is day. For all others, this is day. For this person, this is night. What do you understand from the shloka? Mahaganapati will be taking some time to think. Okay, how to understand the shloka. While Mahaganapati is thinking, Vyasa would have composed another some 1,000 shlokas like that. So even in Bhagavad Gita, there will be lots of these shlokas which are confusing initially, called as Granthi shlokas, because these shlokas are for Mahaganapati so that he can think before writing it, so that Vyasa can think before telling other shlokas. Now we'll come back to this shloka. There are a couple of shlokas like that in Bhagavad Gita, I will tell you. So this is one of that shloka. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami yasyam jagarti bhutani sanisha pashyato mune. So here, ya nisha ratrihi sarva padarthanam avivekakari tamaha swabhavatvat sarvesham bhutanam sarva bhutanam. Here Adi Shankaracharya writes, hey, what is really night? So here he talks about night and day, right? Because this is a very important shloka, we will see the Shankara Bhagavad Pada's bhashyam for the shloka. What is really night? What is night? What do we do in night? In night, what will happen? Everything will come to a standstill. In the day, the person will be very active. But in the night, what will happen? We all will take rest. We all will take rest. The activity will be very low. And when we sleep, what will happen? We are unaware of everything. This person will have talakki mela kadan irukum, debt, but he will sleep like a baby. This person will be very poor, but he will sleep very nicely. So when you sleep, what will happen? You will be unaware of your surroundings. When you sleep, you will be unaware of your surroundings. So night, sleep means ignorance. That is what here Acharya writes. Ya nisha, nisha means ratrihi, sarva padarthanam avivekakari tamaha swabhavatvad sarvesham bhutanam sarva bhutanam. So he is equating night to tamo guna. What is tamo guna? Tamo guna is ignorance pradana guna. Sattva guna is knowledge pradana guna. Rajo guna is action pradana guna. There are three gunas: sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna. So when we sleep, we will have lot of tamo guna because we are ignorant. Currently, we are supposed to have sattva guna because we are obtaining knowledge. When we are doing physical work, we have rajo guna because rajo guna gives you strength to do things. Right. Now Acharya asks, Kim tat, how is that exist? How is that? What is that? Rajo, tamo guna pradhanam is aviveka kari. Tamo guna pradhanam is ignorance. How is that? Paramartha tattvam sthita prajnasya vishayaha. Atma tattvam is the subject matter only for a Sthita Prajna. Only a Sthita Prajna can understand Atma Tattvam. Yatha Naktancharanam ahayeva sad anyesham nisha bhavati tadvat Naktanchara sthaniyanam ajnanam sarvabhutanam nisha iva nisha paramartha tattvam agocharatvat adadbuddhinam. Just like how Naktancharanam, when other people are sleeping in the night, there are some animals which are called as nocturnal animals. Even during night, when other people cannot see anything, these nocturnal animals can have the vision, like owl, bat, etc. These are called as nocturnal animals. During night, because it will be dark, we cannot see anything very nicely. But these nocturnal animals can see. In the same way, for other people, what is other people? People who are not Sthita Prajna, they cannot see the Atma Tattvam. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. Ya Nisha Sarva Bhutana. Just like how we cannot see anything during the night time very clearly because it is very dark. For an Ajnani, for a person who is not a Sthita Prajna, they cannot understand the Atma Tattvam because of Tamogunam. But what happens to a Sthita Prajna? Just like how there is a bat, there is an owl, there are nocturnal animals who are equipped with special senses so that they can see even during the night time. In the same way, for a Sthita Prajna, he can look at the Atma Tattvam, which is about which the other people are blind. Tasyam paramartha lakshanayam ajnana nidrayaha prabuddhe jagarti sanyami sanyamavan jitendriyaha yogi ityarthaha. Ajnana nidrayaha prabuddhe. Acharya is comparing nidra to ignorance. But this yogi, this Sthita Prajna, this Jnani, he has woken up from his Ajnana Nidra. Because he has woken up from the Ajnana Nidra, this Sthita Prajna can look at Atma Tattvam. Means what? This Sthita Prajna can understand Atma Tattvam. So we will only see the first line of the shloka. The second line we will see in the next class. Yanisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sanyami. For other people it is night. For a Sthita Prajna, this is day. For other people, Atma Jnanam is night. Means what? They cannot understand the Paramatma Lakshana. But for a Sthita Prajna, he can understand the Paramatma Lakshanam because he is equipped with special senses. Just like, special senses means under quote, because he is a Sthita Prajna. For him, Atma Lakshanam is Gocharaha. For him, Atma Lakshanam is visible, which is not visible for the other people. As I told you before, these are like the Palashruti, or these are like the Stuti of Sthita Prajna. What Krishna is talking about in the next line, we will see in the next class. Currently, we are looking at Shloka number 69. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti